Hey everybody, and welcome to the Coma Cast. We thank you for joining us for an episode here today. If you are listening to this version, we are available on YouTube, so you can watch it. We may show some things during this particular episode. A little bit of a Halloween episode. Of course, we're going to have a big Halloween episode coming up on Friday, our live show. It's getting a little bit closer to Halloween, but we decided to have a little fun today as well.
Podcasting from the Lone Star State in Southern California, you're listening to the Coma Podcast with Cody and Matt.
We do love cats, and so I have this little video that we're going to start off the show with. A little black cat, excited and ready for Halloween.
I can feel it in my bones. Nothing more stands in my way between me and the sky. Wait, what the fuck? Who did this? Revenge.
Well, the little black cat decided to be a bat, but couldn't fly away. I've tried to put costumes on my cats, and it does not work. It does not work at all.
I bet not.
I have put a bandana on Ella, and she'll leave the bandana on. I've done that a few times, and it's super cute. I posted that like on, I think, TikTok or something once upon a time. She wore it for Christmas, and it was really cute. There's so many cute costumes for cats, and I just can't. I wanted to get this little crown for Salem because since he's a black cat, I thought a little gold crown would look so cute on him. But I didn't even want to waste the money on it because I was like, he's not gonna wear it. So when I was thinking about Halloween, I was like, what are we gonna talk about? There's so many things to talk about: horror stuff, fun stuff, crazy stuff, candy. But I was like trying to think back some of my favorite costumes growing up. First of all, I didn't dress up after a certain point. I just didn't do it. But I guess when I was a kid and my mom was like, what do you want to be? And then we like go to like the school carnival, I would actually dress up maybe. And like, I remember
That's
like,
cute.
I remember I dressed up as Casper. And so that was fun. I guess I loved Casper.
Please tell me there's pictures of this somewhere.
There's a picture of that. Hopefully I'll be able to find it and I'll post it up. I
would love to see that.
I did dress one time as like a dragon. And so I had a little cape on and I had my little, scales, I guess, that went up the back of my back and head.
So cute.
What else? I also dressed up like as, I guess, because I loved Karate Kid. So I obviously had to go when I was even younger as like
That panda did not stand a chance.
he did not. But yeah, and so I always remember we dress up and everything, and then we'd go to our school carnival at the elementary school, and I always loved it. I feel like, people love the fall season and it happens. And I remember like you would start getting ready. And as I got older, like we'd help pull stuff out of like the boiler room or different rooms, like these carnival sets where you like go and play these stupid little carnival games. But I always got so excited for that stuff. I mean, I guess if you know me, you know that that's probably stuff that I would love to do because I like putting things up and decorating and moving things around. But it was always just like a fun time. And then I guess as I got older, I was like, oh, I'm not going to dress up. And then I don't think I've ever dressed up again until more recent times. And then,
It's really weird. You get told like, oh, you're going to stop doing this. You're going to become an adult. And you set aside those things and et cetera. Yeah, and it seems like for a point you have to. But then after a while, it's like, well, why not? Like, why am I missing out on fun stuff? This can be fun. This can be fun. So you just
I think
get back to it.
I think it was when I was younger.
The other night.
Oh, that was such a cute trash panda on last Friday's live. Matt had the outfit on. Yeah, I think I stopped doing it because I feel like I started having social anxiety about things. And also like once I left elementary school, like there was like I wasn't going to go trick-or-treating. Because at a certain point, then you're too old. And then, like, I guess there just wasn't a place.
I would say around time I was 10 or 11 is when we stopped going. I think I went as Ghostface one year from Scream. That was fun. That was an easy one. I like horror movies, so it wasn't that much of a shock.
Yeah.
However, because my costume was all black, my grandparents were like, we don't really want our grandkid getting hit by a car, because I went with one of the family friend's son, who is 2 or 3 years younger than me. So his mom walked us around, and he wanted me to come with him to go. So I got to dress up that year. So I think I would have been about 11. And so what my grandmother did was she took orange and green Dayglow strips and kind of pinned them to the costume, if you remember what Ghostface wears. So from far away, they said it was quite a sight, because it was this creepy looking thing like skittering along, but the Dayglow strips would like create an effect.
Oh my gosh!
But it was safe, passing cars. Yeah. So that was fun. Like,
I love that. You want to know? Okay, so I guess that you would not that you were looking for this when you were 11. Basically, I guess survey put out from dating.com, and to like find, if you're trying to find a mate or like trying to like be attractive for somebody else, it was determined that funny themed costumes are the most attractive costume. So I guess your costume would.
Well, I have another costume I'm still debating doing, but because I don't go anywhere and I don't have anybody anywhere to be invited to, it would just be solely for pictures and Twitter and social media. But I don't know if you get I can't remember if you've seen the movie, so I don't want to spoil it, because I'm not sure if I'm going to even do it. It's a simple costume, and I think it would be really funny, but I just can't remember if you've seen the movie or not. So I don't want to like ruin it, but I'm kind of running out of time. So I'm
well, I guess you'll have to surprise us on Friday then, maybe.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to do it. Like, it doesn't require a lot of effort, but I will have to buy a few things.
Yeah.
But I mean, it would be a really funny set of photos for people that do get the reference, so I think they would really enjoy it. I just need some makeup done, and I can't do it. I don't have any materials, and 2, I have no skill. So it's going to look like, I was like attacked by Bozo the Clown if I try to do my own makeup, and everyone's going to miss the costume because they're going to be like, oh my God, are you hurt?
Look at the makeup. Well, dang, too bad you're not here. Gabe has left a ton of makeup here. And I could do so many things.
I bet you can turn me into a lot of things.
I did. There's a picture of it. I've already posted on Instagram. One of my American Horror Story looks from the first season. And so I did that same makeup on my mom when she visited, and it looked amazing.
Did she like
it? Yes, she did. And I love doing that particular makeup. I just like doing it. I haven't had a lot of time to do it lately. I still am trying to do one look that's going to require like a lot of like special effects. So we'll see if it gets done. It'll be done by Friday if I end up doing it, and I'll show it on the live show if I do. And it will not be a funny one. It will not be a funny costume or a funny look. So I guess I would not also fit in this. But 70% of responders said that the funny costumes were the most attractive, which is, I guess, a little. I don't know if it's fully surprising, but sometimes
funny
I just don't
funny.
really like.
Some people, like when someone doesn't take themselves too seriously, it's really fun. Like,
yeah,
it makes it fun.
13% of people said that a scary costume is attractive. So Matt, 13% would have found you attractive. 18% said cute costumes. So 2 in 10 people who have profiles post their Halloween photos as their profile photo. I guess if you can still tell it's you, that's a great thing. But like if you have a lot of makeup on, or like you have like a mask on, I don't know if that's the best profile photo. But hopefully you have some other photos that people can actually see you, and they're not like, oh, we're going to be
in first meeting somebody. I think I would prefer, unless I knew them like really well, in just getting to know or meet someone, I would much prefer like a fun or funny costume, or at least something I can see their face, because it, some people have a way of just making others really nervous. And that's not really the thing to do when you're in costume. You know, like, please don't make me uncomfortable when you're in costume.
Well, in the same survey, about 50% said that Halloween was their favorite holiday to like meet other people, because just like the casual nature of like, I guess the holiday, everyone's out kind of just having fun. There's no like, you're not necessarily trying to meet somebody, but you can really engage with people because there's something to talk about, I guess. If a lot of people are dressed up, or you and someone else is dressed up.
In a conversation starter.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. So one of the things, talking about the season, and you like Halloween a lot, but one of the things that always goes hand in hand with Halloween and the season, obviously trick-or-treating though, is candy.
Yes.
Candy is like the thing. I actually just went today to the store to get some candy. I had gone last week and I hadn't purchased it yet, and the shelves were full. I go today, the shelves were almost empty. So this weekend, everyone went crazy buying the candy. And so I'm excited. I like handing out candy. I contemplated getting full-size candy bars. I did not. I still might, because I think that would just be fun to give to kids, because kids would just be like, I can just imagine when I was a kid, if I had gotten a full candy bar, it would have been so exciting.
Yeah.
We actually had, in the area where I lived, the guy who ran the Coca-Cola distributing that was in the city, he had this really big house and whatever, but you could go trick-or-treating at his house and he would give you a can of Coke. And that was what he was giving out. So his house was so popular.
Especially for kids. You give a kid a can of Coke, you're going to be like peeling them off the walls, but it's Halloween, so it's okay,
it's
I
fine.
hope if I do have kids, like, they get to enjoy, like, that's something that's when I would probably like let go of the rules on what I already know I'm gonna be like with eating, and be like, it's cool. You know what? It's Halloween. Watch the scary movies. You do not come knocking on my door because I told you not to watch Dawn of the Dead. and now it's 2 a.m. and you're scared. Don't worry. Just lock your door. The zombies won't get you. You'll be fine.
So with candy and the Halloween season, there is one particular candy that seems to be pretty divisive in the world, or at least in my circle of people.
You know what? I bet I can guess which one without even.
Oh, okay. What is it going to be?
Is it
what
candy
is it?
Corn or is it circus peanuts? Candy corn. Yep.
Mm-hmm. You're right. Candy corn
with Disney forever. So I worked with kids most of my life, and also, I don't know, Cody. You and I are up here sometimes. Like, we just get each other. We don't always get along on topics, but we know.
It's candy corn is one of the most divisive candies at the Halloween time. And this though is like a little heat map going on, a state-by-state look at who loves the classic Halloween treat. And it seems that California and Texas and Florida love it. Also, this is just like kind of population centers, but there are some non-population centers, like Washington doesn't really like it. Washington State doesn't. But I thought it was kind of interesting. Like Alabama, Mississippi,
oh wow,
they're like,
Texas.
no. But Texas is like,
California agreed on something. Look at
they're
that.
like, give me the candy corn.
Of all things.
Right.
All things.
There's obviously this year they've introduced several types of candy corn, different flavors and different styles. Now they've like put it to different seasons as well, so you can get candy corn in different seasons. I guess that's not in the shape of the normal candy corn.
They used to have the ones that were in the shape of pumpkins for Halloween.
Yeah.
So I have a question, Cody. Do you like candy corn?
So like I don't hate it. And I'll eat some of it, but it's not like I'm gonna go like eat a ton of candy corn.
When I was a kid, I remember
you could eat a lot.
I would eat a few pieces of it and be like, nah, I'm good. Now, it's definitely not something I'll buy. Like, if I'm going to pick out candy for myself, I'm not going to buy it. If I'm buying candy to give out, I definitely won't buy it because I just...
I like the way it kind of just like melts in your mouth. Yeah, so I don't hate it. But again, it's not something like if I'm going to choose like, oh, Snickers, Reese's, M&Ms or whatever, I'm not going to choose candy corn. You know, that candy corn is usually what's left over. But I don't dislike it. It's just not, it wouldn't be my top choice.
Gotcha.
But so here's a question. When you do eat the candy corn, what do you, this is kind of the thing with gummy bears. Do you like bite their head off? Do you bite their ears off? But there's a thing now with candy corn. How do you eat your candy corn? And so like 31% say they're going to start with the narrow end. They're going to bite that off. 52% say they eat the whole piece at once. And 17% start with the wider side, the yellow side first. I feel like
I'm in the 52% here. I just eat it.
See, I feel like, what do you think I would be?
The narrow. I need a minute. I would say you're a little more dainty than I am. So I would say you're the narrow end. I could kind of picture you swirling it and being like.
Yeah, I think you're right. Really cute shit. I think if I remember,
Cody, you would be like the most adorable. We get you like a chipmunk onesie and feed you candy corn, and you would be like the cutest little chipmunk bottom ever eating your candy corn. Like, you guys, I don't know how many people are listening to this right at this moment, but if you guys can just picture Cody like all a chipmunk face, and nibbling on his candy corns, like the tiny end first, because that's how I picture you eating it.
Talking about all this candy corn, I feel like I'm gonna have to go get some candy corn now because
I literally just texted David. I was like, we're sitting here talking about Halloween candy, and I said, okay, I kind of want to go get Halloween candy, and he goes, the good kind? Absolutely.
I'm gonna have candy corn. I'll have candy corn for Friday's show, and I'll eat some. But this is interesting. Candy corn does rank though as the top 3 favorite Halloween treat, so it is on up there. But I guess
it is popular.
You got to think of it also. It is a Halloween treat. It's only at Halloween. Other candy you can get any time of the year. So if you're like, what is like something you can only get at Halloween? It's like a candy or a treat, and it would be the candy corn. One thing that you also said was the circus peanuts. I haven't seen those in forever now. So I did like those. I do like those.
Oh, Cody. Babe, no. My godfather loved those. I had a couple as a kid, and I was just like, ugh. But those came up mentioned at school the other day. We were all kind of talking about Halloween candy, and someone was like, what is that gross ass candy? I was like, circus peanuts. Because candy corn's debatable. Like some people love it, some people hate it, whatever, but it's popular. Circus peanuts most of the time are kind of reviled, I feel like. Cody's like, I love them.
Yeah, if I remember right. Now, again, you can't eat a lot of them, but
no. Even the one or two, I remember them leaving like a really weird taste in my mouth.
I like the texture again, the way it just like. So yeah, Halloween. I love it. I'm so excited for it. I'm not going to be going out or doing anything. I do love handing out candy. It's a lot of fun. On Friday's show, I'll show what my yard looks like, and I have it all done up and ready for all the trick-or-treaters to come and hand out candy. I'm not going to go out this year. But maybe next year, if things are a little bit better, I'll put on some kind of outfit and go out.
Cody, what's your favorite candy? I know we're about to wrap up, but do you have a favorite or like maybe a top 2 or 3 that you're like? Oh,
I would say Reese's and Snickers. Reese's and Snickers.
I would say Reese's, Milky Way, Three Musketeers, any of those. Oh, this one's kind of like I don't get it often, but I actually really love it. The regular Hershey's bars, right? Like the Hershey's. Okay, that, but the cookies and cream one.
Okay.
I don't get it often, but when I do, I just kind of sit there and I'm like.
That's a bit of a rare one. Not many people choose that one.
Yeah, I've always loved them. Always. So good to me. I don't know why. I don't eat them often, but now I want some. I don't know when I think Target closes at 10, and it's 7:55 here. So
y'all have time.
So I'm like, David, do you want to maybe go to Target?
I feel like you're gonna have to like record like a small little video if you go to Target, your little candy haul.
I've done that over the years. In 2016, I did that, and Halloween was right before the election. and I still had leftover, and I was sitting there absentmindedly eating the entire night. Like something felt off. I remember the entire day of that, votes would be tallied. And I remember this feeling that I'm like, I don't think Hillary's going to win. I don't know why I thought that, because I had no reason not to. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm going to be wrong, because I see the polls. The polls have never been that far off. But I'm like, as the night was going on, I was just like, this doesn't feel right. Like something doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
And I ate most of that candy that night. Like I was probably, David had fallen asleep at like 9 or 10 because he used to go to sleep super, super early for work. And I was up for probably 3, 4, 5 hours after him, just sitting there going, oh God. And we had bought like the 50% off candy, which I've not done since, by the way, because usually now when you get there, the good candy doesn't get discounted. And if I don't buy the candy that I actually like, I'm not going to eat it.
Yeah.
Or worse, I will, and then I'll just gain a bunch of weight I don't need. Yeah. When I hit 107 pounds this summer, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, we need to take Starbucks down to like once a week or every other week. And doing that, I dropped 7 pounds, by the way.
Well, that's good. Yeah,
I dropped literally 7 pounds in like a month and a half doing that.
Yeah, things like yeah, things like that will add up. But everybody, Halloween, go enjoy your candy, eat all your candy. Yes. I'm expecting Matt and David to go get some candy now. I'm gonna get my candy. I'll have it on Friday. We'll do some fun stuff. So be sure and tune in on Friday, our live Halloween show. It's going to be spooky fun, lots of surprises maybe, and just a lot of fun stuff. We're going to be talking about horror movies.
Cody has a surprise.
It's just percolating in my head. We're gonna talk about horror movies. We'll play some games. We've never done a game on the live show, so we're gonna play swipe left, swipe right, but it's gonna be a horror edition of swipe left, swipe right. So that can be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And we all want you to tune in again. Friday at 5 o'clock Pacific is when we'll do the live show for lots of fun. But I guess until then, get ready, get prepared, go get your candy because it's selling out again. There wasn't much left when I went to the store. So if you want good candy, I say, like Matt is talking about, if you want the good candy, you got to get it now, because if you want big bags anyway, they always have candy. But if you want the big bags of Halloween candy, it's going quick, it's going fast. And maybe I'll dress up as something. I don't know. It depends on what I'm feeling or if I want to draw on my face and put makeup on, which is an ordeal. But we'll see if I surprise you all. I don't know. We'll see. And I'll surprise Matt. Matt will just turn the camera on and be like, oh, who is this? We'll see.
Well, I mean, that happens to you. Like, I don't know. Sometimes when I've showed up on camera when I've not been feeling well, it's like, oh, yikes. Let's get a filter on that one.
I'll put the baby filter on you.
Oh, God, no.
Okay, everybody. Cool. Again, Friday, 5 o'clock Pacific, live for our show. And we hope you have a great Halloween and be safe and enjoy it. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
So, hey, guys, we want to remind everyone that you can keep in touch with us on all of our social media channels, whether that is Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. You can do all of that at the Coma Cast.
And we definitely love to interact and hear from all of our listeners. All of this is not possible without you guys.
And if you don't